53 armed officers. One building, one mission. Kill the most dangerous website on Earth. They had warrants, they had manpower, they had the full weight of Hollywood's money behind them. And in 72 hours, the site came back, mocking them. This is the story of how 3 Swedish hackers built something no government on Earth could destroy, and what it cost them to find out if they were right. Stockholm, 2001. A 19-year-old named Gottfried Svartholm is sitting cross-legged on his bedroom floor, running cables to a server shoved under his bed. He goes by Anaconda online. Shaggy hair, skeptical smile, eyes that light up when you mention cryptography. He's not thinking about revolution. He's just bored. By 2003, he teams up with 2 others, Frederick and Peter. Together, they wire up a file-sharing tracker as a side project for an anti-copyright collective operating out of a Stockholm warehouse. No profit motive, no grand plan, just a simple idea. Let people share files with no gatekeepers, no apologies, and absolutely no logs. They call it the Pirate Bay. Within months, 40,000 users are trading everything from Linux distributions to Hollywood's latest blockbusters, all passing through a server under a teenager's bed. The bandwidth bills start alarming his parents. By 2004, it's too big to ignore. By 2005, 25 million people are connecting through it daily. It ranks in the internet's top 100 sites. Gottfried, mostly alone, has written a custom tracker called Hypercube, capable of coordinating file sharing across millions of machines simultaneously. The interface is deliberately bare. A search bar, a pirate ship logo, an ocean of content. But under that simplicity, Gottfried has built something closer to a living organism. Every new user makes the network harder to destroy. Every shared file creates redundancy. It's not a website anymore, it's an immune system. And Hollywood has just declared war on it. February 2004. DreamWorks fires the first shot, a cease and desist letter demanding removal of Shrek 2 torrents. Gottfried's response becomes internet folklore. Sweden is not a state in the United States of America. It is the opinion of us and our lawyers that you are morons. He signs off, go fuck yourself, polite as usual, Anaconda. Then he posts the entire exchange on the homepage. Traffic triples overnight. Every legal threat becomes free advertising. Every lawsuit, a recruitment poster. The Pirate Bay wears takedown notices like merit badges. By early 2006, the Motion Picture Association of America has stopped laughing. Their lawsuits against individual downloaders have failed. Suing grandmothers and college students isn't working. They need to cut off the head. And the head has a home address in Stockholm. Emails fly between Hollywood and the Swedish government. Diplomatic pressure builds. Money changes hands in rooms we'll never see the inside of. Swedish authorities, normally hands-off about internet regulation, begin to bend. The government wants this problem gone. May 2006. Gottfried's phone vibrates. A contact inside Sweden's telecom industry. A single warning. Police are mobilizing. He calls Frederick. They've wargamed this moment for months. Here's what law enforcement doesn't know yet. Gottfried has spent 2 years making sure the Pirate Bay's entire existence can fit on a thumb drive and resurrect anywhere with electricity and a Wi-Fi signal. The database, already encrypted, already sitting on servers in the Netherlands, already halfway to Amsterdam before the first door goes down. 5:47 a.m., May 31st, 2006. 53 officers hit 10 locations simultaneously. Servers get yanked mid-operation. Hard drives slide into evidence bags. Gottfried and Frederick are cuffed and driven to separate interrogation rooms. By noon, Swedish prosecutors are holding victory press conferences. Hollywood executives are toasting their win. The world's most notorious piracy empire finally dead. Except June 2nd. Just after midnight, the site blinks back online. The homepage loads. The pirate ship logo is back, but now it's firing cannonballs directly at a hillside sign that reads, Hollywood. Underneath, 2 words, the galaxy's most resilient BitTorrent site. Peter Sunday, the site's sharp-tongued public face, holds a press conference from his Stockholm apartment with reporters crowding around his laptop. The downtime wasn't fear, he grins. We were scaling up to handle all the new traffic you journalists just sent us. He's not joking. The raid has become the greatest advertising campaign in Pirate Bay history. Traffic doesn't just recover, it doubles, then triples, then crashes their own servers from pure surge load. Hollywood tried to kill them, and accidentally made them immortal. Behind the scenes, Gottfried and Frederick are working 20-hour shifts. More sites go live across Europe and Asia. The codebase gets modularized, designed to deploy on any server in any country within hours. Backup copies distributed to trusted admins in 6 nations. When a Swedish journalist asks how they'll survive the next raid, Frederick doesn't blink. We have plans in other countries. We're not stupid. In boardrooms across Los Angeles, New York, and London, executives stare at their lawyers and ask the question nobody wants to answer aloud. If a sovereign nation's police force can't keep this site down for even 3 days, what does that mean for the internet? February 2009. Stockholm District Court. 4 men at the defense table. Gottfried, pale, smirking. Frederick, arms crossed. Peter, live tweeting the proceedings. Their older backer Carl completes the lineup. The press dubs it the Spectrial. It looks less like a criminal trial and more like a band showing up for a gig. The prosecution accuses them of facilitating millions of copyright violations and pocketing millions in ad revenue. The defense argues, correctly under Swedish law, that Pirate Bay never hosted a single copyrighted file. They only link to them. An index, not a library. At one point, the prosecutor attempts to explain BitTorrent technology and gets it so wrong that Gottfried interrupts from the defense table to correct him. The courtroom laughs. The judge does not. April 17, 2009. Guilty on all counts, 1 year each in prison. A collective fine equivalent to $3.6 million. Within minutes, the Pirate Bay's homepage updates its logo. Mickey Mouse with tape over his mouth. The site now serves more traffic than ever. But Gottfried never shows up for sentencing. He's gone. Swedish media reports sightings in Cambodia. An expat claims they spotted him in a Phnom Penh internet cafe, hunched over a ThinkPad. WikiLeaks later quietly acknowledges he helped build their infrastructure for the 2010 cable leaks. He's living exactly the life he coded. Stateless, mobile, impossible to pin down. The Pirate Bay, meanwhile, evolves without him. In 2012, it makes its most radical move yet, abandoning torrent files entirely, switching to magnet links. A torrent file is a physical object authorities can seize. A magnet link is just a string of text, a mathematical hash. You can't confiscate an equation. They release a compressed backup of the entire site database, a few gigabytes, available for any user to download. Any true believer can now spin up a complete clone in minutes. The site has become impossible to kill because it no longer has a center to kill. August 30th, 2012. Phnom Penh. Swedish officials and Cambodian police move on a waterfront apartment. The door splinters. Inside, a bearded 27-year-old surrounded by empty energy drinks and takeout containers, hunched over a laptop. Gottfried Svartholm is arrested without resistance. Within 72 hours, he's on a flight back to Stockholm. But the copyright conviction is the least of his problems now. Swedish prosecutors have been watching what he did while he was hiding. New charges, unauthorized access to government databases, attempted bank fraud, Someone using his machines breached servers managing Sweden's National Tax Authority, stealing thousands of citizens' IDs, attempting to issue fraudulent driver's licenses, probing a major bank's systems for unauthorized transfers. Gottfried's defense is precise and technically sophisticated. His laptop was compromised. Someone used his machine remotely as a proxy while he slept in Cambodia. Security researchers confirm the malware was real. The court convicts him anyway, and Denmark is already waiting. In 2012, someone devastated Denmark's national infrastructure, breaching an IT contractor managing police databases and social security systems for millions of citizens. One of the worst cybersecurity attacks in Scandinavian history. Investigators trace the digital fingerprints to a familiar alias, Anakata. October 2014, Copenhagen. The verdict, 3.5 years, the harshest hacking sentence in Danish history. His co-defendant walks free. Gottfried shows no emotion as the judge reads the number. 3 years of running, 2 countries, multiple convictions. September 2015. He walks out of a Danish prison, thin, hardened, silent. Swedish police rearrest him on the prison steps for one final bureaucratic month. By December 2015, it's over. His mother meets him at the gate. He tells reporters he just wants to sit at a keyboard again. And the Pirate Bay? Still online. Type the URL right now. You'll find it, or one of its countless proxies still sailing. It has outlived every raid, every seizure, every conviction, every imprisoned founder, because Gottfried understood something that billion-dollar corporations and armed police forces never did. You can't kill what has no center. You can seize hardware. You can arrest people. You can write laws and send warrants across oceans. But you cannot imprison an idea that has already scattered itself across 1 million machines in 6 countries in the hands of strangers who believe in it. The Pirate Bay didn't survive because its founders were clever, though they were. It survived because they built it to survive without them. That's either the most brilliant act of engineering in internet history, or the most dangerous, depending on which side of the courtroom you're sitting on.